Simcha, celebration, Simcha, Simcha, celebration of life.
Hello, welcome to Simcha, a celebration of life. I'm your host, Nikki Wallman. Rabbi Yigal Goldstein is an emissary of the Chabad movement. Rabbi Goldstein started the Chut HaMeshulash project in Jerusalem, helping youth living on the streets. The project aims to feed and shelter them and train them in basic skills to give them a chance at a better future.
There's about 500 youth in the streets in Jerusalem. There are more than 2,000 youth at risk, but about 500 which don't have place to stay. Many of them, they come from close communities, and they weren't used to be like in a place that they do what they want. So they can stay in this situation for a few years, sometimes. And here in this project, in the warm home, we try to awake them, to find out that they can make the change. If somebody comes and he gets to the music room and he's starting to play or to sing, and then he says, "Hey, I can do something. I'm like everybody. I have the ability." So he says, "Oh, so maybe I can change all the situation I'm living in." So many times from here in the warm home in the center, we send them to the homes, to get all their rehabilitation.
There's great people over here. All the counselors here, they talk with us, they help us. There's lunch. We have the music room where we play on the music. Sometimes you don't know where to go and you're sad or something happened, and you always know you could come here and talk about it, and no one's gonna say anything bad or say what you're doing is wrong. Of course they help you see sometimes if you're doing something wrong, but they never tell it to you in a mean way or a way you don't want to feel bad about yourself or something.
These youths, which are, I call them survivors, so, when they're together, it's like a new community, but it's a very, very open community for them. You can see them coming from all around, from Orthodox or from Russians or from just regular house, and when they get together, it's like a new community, which everybody had the same problem. No place to go home, so they get together and they became very, very close friends. Many of them, we can see them like once a week, or they can come and go. Nobody tells them what to do. Just don't smoke drugs, don't make alcohol, don't scream or fight. But they can come, take something to eat, and go back to the streets here in this project. It's okay with us. You saw a place, you saw somebody that give you to be what you are. You're not lonely. We love you. We take care of you, and good luck. If it's not today, it will be tomorrow. In 2009, there was a family that they gave us a house in Ramot Eshkol. They asked from us to make a place for girls which are pregnant and they want to keep the baby, and they don't have where to stay. And we asked them to make a place that not only for pregnant girls and also for girls that don't have a place to stay at all. Not only pregnant, they agreed. And we opened a place, we call it the Chut HaMeshulash home for girls. And there's all the time, there are 11 girls live there. which four of them, there's all the time 4 of 11 are pregnant. In this home, they're very, very happy, and they feel thankful for what they have. Like they're so together, and there's all the time 1 or 2 babies, because they can keep the baby 6 months after birth. So all the time there are babies in the house. So it's helped to be like it's a very warm place. After 6 months, usually they find, or they go back to parents, because what's happened after birth, after the baby comes, so the grandfather and the grandmother became more easy with it, and they want to see the baby, and then many of them became like together after the birth, after the baby born.
Yigal Goldstein, a Chabad emissary, and his wife made the decision to return to Judaism, and their mission became to help and support youth at risk in Jerusalem.
The Lubavitcher Rebbe said that in every youth there is a big light, a big fire, he says, that if you use it, if you don't use it for the right things, it can burn everything. But if you use it, this fire, for the good things, it can change the world. So we decided to find this light, to help this fire come true. And we believe that, we say in Hebrew, me'at or docher bechoshech. Little bit of the light, it runs away a lot of the dark. So we look for the little light, and we start to light it, and it works. And we're here in a mission for this use.
I believe that when you're involved with this kind of work, you can be a better human being.
So for us, it's connected with religious. You can see it in the place, or you can feel it in the place, but the youth that come, they don't feel that somebody religious make them do something, or because it's a religious house, they have to change their way. They will feel very comfortable with this. But I think one of the questions, how they feel with God. Some of them, they have their own relationship with God, and some of them, it depends what happened before, they also have problems with God. And there we find it's hardest to connect sometimes. It's very important to understand for parents that youth are at risk. It's very risky to be used in our world. It's so every minute you can change all the direction.
A number of years ago, Avraham Abutbul was one of secular Israel's favorite actors and singers. But the magnitude of his shining neshama, or soul, needed far more nutrition than the stage, theater, or Tel Aviv's bohemian coffee house circuit could give him. Avraham is a brilliant composer whose music oozes with emotion and applies the heavenly words of Jewish prayer with his own divine strains.
אדון עולם אשר מלא בטרם כל יציר נברא עת נעשה חפצו כל עשה מלא שמו נקרא ואחרי וישתבח, ויתפאר, ויתרומם, ויתנשא, ויתהדר, ויתעלה, ויתעלה, שמי דקודשא בריחו.
Well, that's all we have time for this week. Thank you so much for joining us. And remember, we're waiting to hear from you. So please find us on Facebook at Spirit Sister Productions Network. As always, from me, Nikki, and the entire team, shalom and have a safe and peaceful week.